Are we live? I made it. I made it, y'all. Hey, Irish, Jesse, Earth. Of course, you're welcome. Daphne, I'm glad you're here. Let's see. Gotta scroll up. Shay Baby was in here. Hey, Shay Baby, popcorns and M&Ms, and of course, Vicky. We love Vicky. She always supports. Sorry, I had to I had the live scheduled for early this morning. Forgot I had an appointment. Hey, Widow. I know a lot of people are busy right now watching the Harmony Montgomery trial. Ugh. Hey, Prissy Missy. Hey, girl. I was listening to a little bit. Georgette, good to see you. Always good to see you. They had this, they have the stepmom up there right now, and I just Stormy, no more stormy clouds. Good to see you. Was you watching the trial, Stormy? I tried to get a hold of Auntie Miracle. I'm sure she is. Hey, Shay, baby. Good to see you. Reese. Yes, we've got some Nature Boy dirt, and I have got a shout out. TJ, Kendra, good to see you all coming in. Um, I've got to shout out this channel. He goes by Max V World Media. I just come across him a couple weeks ago. You had no, I haven't. Where yeah. Oh God. It's hard for me to watch the as far as true crime with the children because they're children. My God. What happened to that little girl is it's hard to even discuss. Here for the dirt, Prissy Missy. Thank you, Daphne. But back to Nature Boy for a minute. So I got to shout out Max. I'm going to call him Max versus World Media. He's got a really good channel. I notice he's mainly true crime. Very smart man. Hey, September Breeze. Good to see you all. Thank y'all for coming in. He's mainly a true crime channel. He is able to break down the true crime of it all where I'm not. I covered this cult for 4 years and covering it as far as watching it on social media and the true crime of it all, that's not my arena. So shout out to people like Max. I'm sure Mind Over Matter, Marwan. I would love to get, God, I wish he would come through. He's an attorney, so he knows everything going on. Now, where's my phone? Why is it hiding Daphne's? Google, you're weird sometimes. Hey, Archangel. I hope I'm not missing anybody. But I was looking at, God, let me find them. Hold on, y'all. Gotta say Faru. Shit. Whatever. I took screenshots, so I'll just show that. So I guess there's been a pre-trial. Very weird. I tried accepting it, but it won't let me. Accepting what? I missed something. I guess there has been a pre-trial because what I'm about to play is the transcripts. I don't know who got them. Is E-Love in here? Hey, E-Love. James, good to see you. Ooh-wee. But I was looking over at the girls' Instagram page, and in their stories, they put Poppy's Poppy's trial date. 3 is free. Is he? Is 10 days, 11 hours, and 12 minutes. Now they're counting this down like it's a wedding. And then they say, Chief says, even if the system plays dirty, and sends him to prison. We're just going to appeal it. You have the right to appeal it, but anyway. And eventually he will be released. They always are. He just really wants to move forward because that county jail is cruel and unusual. Gee, sound familiar? Sound like him? He is ready for change. I do too, Stormy. I do too. Oh, it wouldn't let you accept. I know. I tried to also, Stormy. It would not let me accept it. It's so weird. Google is weird. So anyway, as far as all the court stuff goes, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little confused. Hey, Bugsy. I'm a little confused, but something has went on in the court. I don't know who got these transcripts. That is so true, Stormy. My God. Hey, Susan. Yeah, it sounds very familiar. I don't know who got the transcripts, but thank you. Shout out to you. When I find out, I will definitely give you credit because you deserve it. Exactly, E-Love. He's not getting out. Like Pop said, boy, he did too. Rip Pop Marquez. So I'm going to let some of this play. Hey, what? Stinson say weird again. Weird? I'm going to let some of this play. And hey, Six Up. Good to see you, hon. Hey, I'm going to let some of this play and I'll stop and give some commentary. I really want y'all to listen to this and then I'll move on to something else. But this, hey, Chris, let me get this set up. Hold on. And again, shout out to Max. He is really just a smart man and just, I don't know how he got this stuff, but he got it. Probably the Freedom of Information Act. But give me just a second. Now, before I start, I do want to say, and I hate a trigger warning. Sometimes they're necessary. Some of the things you're about to hear, man, seriously, y'all, trigger warning. Hey, Kim, good to see you. We remember it, those of us that have, what is my screen doing? That have watched it for years. We remember it. Some of it I have forgotten, and listening to this brought back so many memories of what he did to these people. Like, this was truly a cult. And there was a time when people laughed at us for calling it a cult. They just looked at it as some people living off the grid. No, this was evil. So, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. Here we go.
And something, the court. Would you? Okay, just so the record is clear. Appreciate it. Mr. Booker. Yes, Mr. Company. The court. Okay, thank you. All right. And so, you agree that's what we're going forward with today, Mr. Booker? I do, Your Honor. The court. All right. Thanks. All right. Do you want to go ahead? Give me the.
Oh, to let y'all know real quick, it was just easy. This ain't a purple type of live where, somebody can't read, so they let the computer read for them. No. Is it going in and out? Dang it. Hold on. Thank you, E-Love, for letting me know. Don't you mess up on me, internet. Don't do it. Not today. Hold on. Dang it. My internet was fine. What was I going to say? Oh, this ain't like the person can't read. Is it choppy? Man, I cannot believe it's doing this again. I pay for good internet now. I'm going to get pissed off. Yes, turn off my camera. You're right about that. That helps when you're streaming. Thank you, 6 Up. So this should help. But where was I going with this? So the transcripts is just easier for the AI to read. That way he didn't have to go and read bit by bit. So it's not some type of purple thing that we can't read. Just wanted y'all to know that. So here we go. Let me know how it sounds now.
That was kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6. Already a brief opening, Mr. Covey. Yeah, I'm ready to call the witnesses. Unless you want to, Mr. Booker. I'm at the court.
So how's it sound now? Thank you, Prissy Missy. Now they're about to call Kendra. Kendra went by Sheba in the cult. And you all will find out about, a lot of us remember how he named them. He would always give them new names. So this is who they're about to call. Y'all listen to this.
Did you want to say anything, Miss Booker? I don't need an opening, Judge. I'm ready. The court. Okay, great. Thanks. All right. You can call your first witness, Mr. Covey. The state calls Kendra Carter. The deputy. Raise your right hand. Witness sworn. The deputy. State and spell your name for the court. The witness. Kendra Carter. Kendra Carter. Kendra Carter, having been first duly sworn, was examined and testified as follows. Direct examination by Mr. Coveney. Q. Hi Kendra. How old are you today? A. I'm 30 years old. Q. And did you first come to learn about Eligio, Bishop? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. When was that you first learned about him? A. I first learned about him in 2017. Q. And how old would you have been in 2017? A. 23, 24 years old. Q. And what was going on in your life at that time? Where were you? A. I lived in Seattle, Washington. I was working, going to school, but also was having some issues in my life just personally and in relationships and things and not really knowing what I wanted to do next in life. And so finding him on the internet was like something that I thought at the time would help me. You know, he had a lot of information and things I felt like about life that would benefit me. Q.
And that has been stated a lot. That's how he got a lot of people into the cult, with his knowledge that wasn't even his knowledge. A lot of people have claimed it to be their knowledge. He just regurgitated somebody's knowledge. And a lot of these women and men, they were young, they were in college, they were on the internet. Hey, Vicky, good to see you. Oh God, Stormy, it's bad. It's what we knew it was bad, but when you hear them talk about it, even though it's an AI bot reciting it to us, whew, wow. But yeah, this is how he would get a lot of them. They would watch him on Facebook Live, Instagram Live, YouTube. It was mainly Facebook back then. Yep, he went after the damaged ones. And they were just looking for something, this is how a lot of cults start. They're looking for something different. They're usually younger. Sometimes they can be older. We've seen that happen. And, they're trying to get out of the rat race, and Nature Boy knew this, and he reeled him in. But this is Kendra Carter's testimony. And I found this very enlightening. She's the one who went by Sheba while she was in the cult, married to true real name Aaron Carter. Is it Aaron Carter? Anyway, they're married and they had the baby in the cult.
How long did that sort of online interest in Mr. Bishop last? I found him. I started listening to him in December of 2017. and I ended up actually joining him on December 10th, 2007. And so only knew about him for a short while. Q, and what caused you to join in terms of like how that logistically happen? A member of his group had reached out to me, a young man around my age, and he just reached out to me and he was like,
Give me a second, because I that her, because that one, two.
any witnesses that are going to be testifying in this case need to step outside the courtroom. I don't know who the witnesses are, and so you all are going to be responsible for making sure that your witnesses abide by that instruction. Mr. Coveney, point of clarification, the court. Okay, Mr. Coveney, the witnesses for today's hearing are already sequestered. They are not in the courtroom. The court. Okay, Mr. Coveney. There are individuals in the courtroom who may be witnesses in the trial later in February, but that, the court, I don't think that, the rule doesn't apply to those folks. It just applies to the testifying witnesses. Mr. Coveney, they, locations, the court, great, Mr. Booker, K, the court, sure, are already in other, thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Six Up, a member for 1 month. I can't believe I've had memberships a whole month. Thank you for everybody that has joined. And I promise this will get more interesting as it goes on. Don't want to skip over too much because what she has to say is important.
Through Facebook, QOK, and he reached out to me, Q, and when you said you joined the group, where was the group located, physically, at that time? In Texas, QOK, the court, and you were living where? The witness, I was living in Seattle.
So I never knew that there was a time. I never knew of a time that they were in Texas. Most of the whole time I watched them, they were out of the country, Palenque, Nicaragua. My gosh, they went all over the place. So yeah, Six Up. This is whew. So them being in Texas, I wasn't watching at that time, but they said earlier that was in 2017. So I think that's when he first started, when he left the barbershop and all that. Lord, he loved to talk about that barbershop. Thank you, Earth, for the $3 super sticker. Thank you, sweetie. Yeah, Stormy, I think they were in Palenque. No. Where were they, E-Love, when I started watching? E-Love knows. Was it Costa Rica? God, I can't remember.
The court. Okay, by Mr. Coveney. Q, did you drive, fly? How did you end up getting there? I flew to Texas. Q, how was that trip financed? Do you remember? I paid for it. Q, when you arrived, what was your initial reaction and thoughts about the whole situation? I was surprised that everyone came. Every member that was there at the time came and met me at the airport, and they were all, smiling and happy, and saying welcome home, and they were hugging me, and so my initial reaction was like, wow, this is, a lot of love. Q, approximately. How many members were there at that time? Probably about 15. Q, okay. And when you arrived, what happened to your personal belongings? What do you mean? Like my clothes? Q, more like if you had, like, an ID or personal documents, credit cards, things of that nature? To one of, to all of, oh, yeah, credit cards, cash. I was told to hand over the guys there. I guess he was in charge of holding on that stuff, and they were telling me that everything, that is, yours actually belongs to the group now, like we share it all. Q, and were you able to determine who was in charge? Yes, Eligio Bishop was in charge. was making all of the decisions. Q, and how did that become apparent to you? A, because he was communicating with the guys at the time. Like they were trying to get my information to get my passport. Getting information that, about me. And he was like at first.
And this part right here really made my ears. Hey, Tiny Dancer. This got me really paying attention because I remember him doing this to the members. When we would see new people show up, it was all that lovey-dovey, welcome home, glad you turned away from Babylon. This is how you know, enter the gates of heaven via God here, Nature Boy. And he made them feel welcomed. And then slowly, well, not too slowly, within a day or two, he would start taking their stuff. Yes, the PPP loans. Yep. He'd get their personal information. He would take out those loans. That's how he funded the cult. And of course, the people that supported him online, which I know it sounds crazy, but people support Nature Boy. They still to this day support him. But yeah, that's how he would do them. And if y'all remember, Kendra was a virgin when she came to carbonation. Back then, I think it was melanation. This story will be told. So, trigger warning.
First, he never really directly communicated with me. He would go through other people, and they would tell me like, okay, he needs this from you or whatever. And so I kind of figured like he was making the decisions. Q, and how long was it before he actually spoke to you in person? A, well, that night, like when I got there, when we got back to the house is when he looked at me and he said, I don't know what to name you yet, because I guess everybody had to change their name. You tell us about.
Okay, now this is very typical in cults. The leader will rename them. It's always some kind of trippy, hippie, artsy fartsy name, like with the cult, the garden. We got tree over there. Okay, anyway, they renamed them to take away any identity that they had with their real family or what they call Babylon, to remove them from that. So he would always rename them as soon as they got there, or sometimes before.
That. A, leave that. The names that were given at birth were not our actual name, but like a straw man that is being used to make you just like another number in the system. And so everybody had to change their name as part of the group, and he would always name the person. Usually he would name the person. Q, what did your name end up being? A, my name was Sheba. Q, what would happen if Mr. Bishop's orders or directives were disobeyed? A, it would be an issue. He liked people obeying him. If you didn't obey in the beginning, it would be like long, drawn out meetings about him and his issue with you being disobedient. And then towards the end it got physically violent. Q, when you say physically violent, what? A, if had an issue with what you were doing, he would either order somebody to slap you or he would physically hurt you. Like he physically would hurt you as well. Q, did that ever happen to you?
Now, believe it or not, yes, exactly, Tiny Dancer, stripping them of their identity. But yeah. Believe it or not, Nature Boy would abuse them online. I can only imagine what we didn't see. He was quite comfortable with his abuse online. So imagine what we did not see at the time, or when the cameras were down. And he had the cameras up quite a bit. Yeah.
Bathroom inside. Yes. Q, were there rules within the group? A lot of rules. Q, what sorts of tricks did those rules cover? A, we couldn't use the bathroom inside. We had to use the bathroom outside number 1 and 2. We couldn't close the bathroom doors if you were to be in the bathroom. Like if you wanted to wash up or anything, you had to keep the door open, or at least unlocked. No.
I didn't know that part. Yeah, Elove, it's still Kendra testifying. Oh, hey, Eliza, I don't know what you're doing. I heard you're giving me a hard time, but I didn't know that part. Elove, did you? I didn't know he made them keep the bathroom doors open. He is so nasty. Yeah, they couldn't even close the bathroom doors to wash up. And remember, he didn't really like them washing up. He wanted them to smell natural. He, y'all remember the airplane? Okay, remember they got kicked off the plane? Y'all remember that? Yes, Shay, baby. I didn't know that either. I'm not surprised, but that's one thing I didn't know. In listening to Kendra's testimony, I like we knew how bad it was, but it's worse than we even thought. Yeah, I did not know he made them keep the bathroom doors open. He's really gross.
Locked doors was a rule. You couldn't go into the kitchen when you're permitted to. Only eat at times and when you were permitted to. And, if he didn't want to eat that day, you didn't eat. Everything just about what he wanted to. Q, were there rules related to romantic relationships within the group? Yeah. I mean, he had to approve the relationship. If you wanted to be in it, you had to bring to him. Sometimes he would say, like, no. And sometimes he would say,
Hey Tiffy baby, good to see you. Yes, now we saw this a lot. He would play like musical chairs with the couples. He would switch them around. Like one day, poor Oia, God almighty, he picked on her the worst. He would put her with Tron. You could tell she hated being with Tron. I know they go by other names now, but I cannot remember them. So do not hold that against me. I cannot remember all the names. Probably Vicky. Yeah, he probably did. But he would couple them up, and it was kind of incestuous the way he would do it. He would tell them that they looked alike, so they should be together. Like, what? What are you into, dude? But anyway, she gets more into this. And like Elove says, it gets worse.
yes. Or sometimes he would say, well, I want you to be with this person. And so he was in charge of who you would have to be with. Q, what happened if you disagreed with the rule? A, he would say, well, if you disagree, you can leave. And the issue it was that, it was like if you left, you were going to hell. If you left, you were going back to your lower self. You were defying everything that.
Yeah, he would, typical cult mentality. Again, if you leave, we used to get so frustrated with them because they wouldn't leave. At times, I could, I'll admit it, at times I would get frustrated with them. Like, damn it, what are you doing? You can leave. But then I would remember, hold on. Then I would remember that they really are brainwashed, and they are just like a lot of cults. They're led to believe if you leave, you're going back to your lower self. You'll go to hell. You're, the Babylon. They love the whole Babylon thing. I hear a lot of cults refer to anything outside of their cult to Babylon. And they believed it. They believed it. It was frustrating for us watching it, but this is what they believed. He made them believe that they were going to go to hell if they left the cult.
But that was something that he would you set out to do in this mission of saving humanity, and so, that really wasn't like a viable option, but that was something that he would say. You can leave, or, you don't disagree with me because I'm God. Q, were you allowed to say no? A, no. Q, what would happen if you did? A, he would shut you up, or it could turn physically violent, or he would just try to manipulate you and talk you into changing your mind. Q, when you got there you said the group was in Texas, right? A, yes. Q, how long did you stay in Texas? A couple of weeks. Q, from Texas where did you all go next? A, we drove through Mexico into Belize. Court. All of you? The witness. Yes. The court. How many?
Now, what is this? Where get rid of that Nissan for what? I don't even know this weirdo. Get that. So Belize, I think, is where the bus situation happened, where he didn't want to show paperwork. Y'all remember that? And they're all screaming, getting thrown off. I mean, to be honest, the cops were very patient with him on showing paperwork, but he wouldn't, and they all got thrown off the bus. You could hear him screaming. Poor Olmec, he got his locks ripped out. It was bad. He had a busted eye. I think that Nissan guy is Levid. Levid, get the out of my chat. I don't know you, marble mouth. Don't care to know you. This ain't for you. This ain't your place. Okay? Don't come back in my chat. Okay? I'm in my sector. I'm not over there in the weirdo sector. You understand? This ain't where you're going to get to be trolling. I will embarrass you, fool. I will pull up everything you've ever done and I will play it on loop. You understand me? This ain't the sector for you. Let me chill out.
If you were in a group, it was about 13 to 15 of us at the time. We had a few different cars, maybe 2 or 3. The court. Okay, I'm Mr. Coveney. Q, at that point did you and Eligio Bishop have a sexual relationship at the beginning? A, no. And did anything happen that made you believe that the defendant developed a sexual interest in you? A, yes. He told me, when he found out that I was a virgin, he told me that he knew that he could open me up and break my virginity. Q, and how long had you been in the group when he had that conversation with you? A, it was about 2 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks. Q, did you share his interest for a sexual relationship with the defendant? Did you want to have a relationship with him? AQA. No. Did he ever act on this interest? Yeah. What happened? He invited me into his tent where he was sleeping with Velvet Marquez. We were friends. Me and her. Anne, his wife. He said we were just going to watch a movie. And in the middle of the movie he told her and I that he wanted to take my virginity right there. Right then.
I remember hearing about, hey KK, how you doing? I remember hearing this story before, but the way you hear it now is, man. I remember Velvet talking about it because I remember Velvet did not feel comfortable with what was happening. And back then he had a tent outside. They lived in an Airbnb, but he had a tent outside and he had a damn television in there. Internet, everything. Mr. I live off the land. Peace to the gods on earth. Grounding my, you're in here watching Netflix. But yeah, trigger warning here.
And I was scared and she didn't want to do it. She didn't want to be involved. He was like, you're going to be right here and you're going to hold her. Hands are going to watch. And that's what happened. He broke my virginity. Q. And did you want to have sexual intercourse with him that day? A. I don't know. Q. Was there ever a time that he made sexual advances where you told him no? A. Yes. Q. Can you tell us about that? A. Yeah. In 2018 in Mexico, I was actually in another relationship with another man there, and one of his so-called wives. Not legal, but Q. One of Mr. Bishop's? A. Yeah. One of Bishop's women told me that he wanted to speak with me in his room, and so I went to his room and he started making moves onto me and trying to kiss me, and I was like, no, I don't want to do this, and, you know, I'm with somebody else, I don't want to, and he told me to shut up. And he took me into the bathroom and made me give him oral sex. Q. And when you said he took you in bathroom, how did that happen? A. He pulled me in there by the hand. Q. Did you tell him you didn't want that to happen? A. Yes. Q. And how did he respond to that?
I gave a trigger warning, y'all. Wow. When a woman says no, it's no. He didn't care. He didn't care. He made them believe that he called them downloads by having sexual relations with him would bring you closer to God. It would make you more intelligent. It's what he called downloads, if y'all remember that.
Q. Okay. How did you respond after that was done? A. I just remember him telling me that I was going to be smarter now, that I was going to know more of the knowledge now, and that I was just hopeful that, you know, this would make me better in some way, more enlightened. But I don't know how it really affected me besides that. I just knew that it didn't matter what I wanted, you know. I had to listen to him. Q. Did you stay in the group for a while after that? A. Yeah. I stayed until April 2022, after he got arrested. QY, I ended up getting pregnant, having a baby in the group. I think that, like, I truly was brainwashed into believing a lot of the things that he was telling us. I think that
Now, she did not get pregnant by Nature Boy. She got pregnant by True. That was his name in the cult. Him and his name's Aaron. He left the cult. Him and Kendra, who's testifying here, they had a child in the cult, and that was some hard stuff to watch. But yeah, it wasn't by Nature Boy.
physical abuse played a part in just being afraid to even leave. I saw people who wanted to leave and would express wanting to leave and they would be harassed. They were outnumbered. They would get jumped. I didn't have any money, any access to money. Having my child, I didn't know how all of that was going to happen. Being in these foreign countries, you know, sometimes I shared a phone with somebody. I didn't know how I was going to be able to even reach out to anybody to get out. So much kept me there. I think just not knowing what life would be like out of the cult, because I thought that, you know, life was really what he was saying it was. Like we were in this kingdom of heaven and life outside was hell. Q. Do you see Eligio Bishop in court today? I do. Q. Could you just point to him or identify him by an article of clothing? A. He's right there. Q. Just for the record, the court. What color clothes is the individual, the witness? Oh, he is wearing Mr. Coveney, Your Honor. All the questions that I have for Ms.
Right across from Nature Boy, Eligio Bishop, while giving that testimony. I'm sure that was hard. You know, you're sitting right across from your abuser. Did Nature Boy? Yes. Yes, Lenny, he did. Is 504 in here? I don't see her. Lenny, some willingly slept with him for his downloads. Yep, some did. But yeah, both the men and the women, he would do that too. But I'm really proud of Kendra for getting up there, for telling her truth. This is someone she once feared and believed that if she ever went against him, that she would go to hell. Hey, 504, I'm so glad you're here. Hey, K-Mac, Baby Jaw. Thank you, K-Mac. I could not think of his name for a minute. But yeah, they got out. They got Baby Jaw out of there. So there were children in the cult too. Not too many. At one time, his own daughter was there that he had with Velvet, Baby Eliana, Baby Jaw. And I feel like, and sometimes his other children would come visit, which always confused me. Like, why are you letting your child go there? Yep, Stormy, they were the babies in the cult. Yep. Yeah, lest we not forget that one. And that story will never sit right with me, ever. All right, let's see what else is said here, and then we'll move on.
Carter, at this point in time, the court. Okay. Cross, Mr. Booker. Thank you, Judge. Cross-examination by Mr. Booker. Q. Good morning.
Okay, this is where Legio's attorney, he's going to cross-examine Kendra. So this is probably going to piss me off. I'm going to probably piss all of us off. I think this is his 8th attorney. I could be off a number or two, but a lot of attorneys have left Nature Boy. So here's his new attorney. They're going to cross-examine. He's going to cross-examine Kendra.
Ms. Carter. Good morning. Q. My name is Robert Booker. I represent Mr. Bishop. Capital I. Just have a few questions for you. Okay? All right. As of today, you're 30 Q. Thank you. Q years old. Correct? Yes. Going back to when you initially met Mr. Bishop, I said you were 23 at that time? I just turned 24. 24 at that time? Yes. And so that was about 6 years ago? Yes. All right. And you were 24 years old living in Seattle, Washington. Is that correct? Yes. Q. Were you a high school graduate? Yes. Q. Were you in college? Yes. Q. Okay. Did you have family in Seattle? Yes. Q. Mom and dad? Mom. Q. Mom. Okay. Is mom still alive now? Yes. Q. Okay. And so you were raised by your mom. You were a college graduate. What did you go to school for? I went to school for apparel design and development. And which college did you go? Seattle Central Community College. Q. Okay. And so did you have a pretty good GPA? I did. Q. You had a bachelor's degree? No. I'm actually working towards it now. Q. Okay. And so you had some sort of undergraduate degree? I was just in the process of getting my bachelor's at that time. Q. Okay. And so you were in the bachelor's program at that time? Yes. Q. But you had graduated high school? Yes. Q. And you're on Facebook or some sort of social media in 2017 and you see Mr. Bishop. Is that correct? Yes. Q. Okay. And that's the first time you heard of him? That was the first time that I heard of him. I saw the group before I heard him, and so before I saw his video I saw the group's video, and I didn't know that he was like the leader of the group initially, but I ended up watching more videos and saw Q. And what was the group called? At the time it was called melanation. Q melan.
I want y'all to know, I want to add this little caveat. When he did these videos on Facebook back then, he made them look like where he was at and what he was doing beautiful. He had like the aesthetics were beautiful. So when you're watching this, especially being in your early 20s in college, you know, in the rat race of life, looking for something different, and you're watching this man online and you're seeing someone who appears to have the knowledge, look at him living in nature, you know, listen to what he's teaching. I can get out of this and go to something better. Oh, thank you, TJ. TJ just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, TJ. Let's see who got them. Let's see here. But so when they're watching, to them, it's beautiful. Now, when they get there, after a day or two, it's totally different. Hold on, let me see who got memberships. It doesn't show you on your StreamYard. Let's see. Wait. J. Marie, Archangel, Canadian Girl. Who else? She gave out 5. Thank you so much. Oh, popcorns and M&Ms. Yay. Thank y'all. Make sure you thank TJ for that. But those that came when he started showing out online, no excuse. Man, yeah, listen, I agree. There were some things that were done that was there's no excuse for it. Yeah. But when he was doing those uploads on Facebook, I went back and watched him. He made them look like, you know, this is the place to be. This is paradise. See if I got a picture of him trying to look like God. Let's see if I got it back here still. I hope I didn't delete it. Him walking around in that white robe. Y'all remember that? I don't think I have it back here anymore. But anyway, here we go. Hey, Oshun, good to see you. You got to watch in sections. Oh, have you seen this? Yes, Oshun. That's when he was. Well, he loved appropriating other cultures, religions, just whatever he was feeling that day is what he would take on.
Nation, a melanation. Q yes, a yes. Q all right. Did the group later change a yes? Q what was the name changed to? A carbonation. Q when you first watched it, you didn't. Was the leader? A no. Their name? No Mr. Bishop. Q he didn't communicate with you or anything like that? A no. Q there was nothing about him that said that he was the leader based on what you initially watched. Is that right? A the first video that I seen he wasn't in it. Q okay. And so, ultimately, late December 2017, less than a couple of weeks after seeing these folks on the internet, you leave your mom and everything you know and go to Texas? Well, I want to be clear. And so the first video I saw of the group was actually in May of 2013. Q okay. But I didn't go on social media that much and so I had a hiatus off social media and so I went back on social media about the end of November, beginning of December. The court, 2017 you said? The witness, of 2017, by Mr. Booker. Q between late November, 2017, and early December, 2017, you watched a second video of the group? Well, it was him online speaking, like teaching. And then that's when I saw all of the people that he was posting on his page. I realized, oh, okay, these people are all together. Okay. And so you didn't see him until after Thanksgiving of 2017, and within a week or so you were on your way to Texas? Yeah, probably right before Thanksgiving. Yeah, all right. And so you paid your own way to Texas? I did. He didn't communicate with you and tell you to come or anything like that, right? Yes, he did. And so the guy that was a part of his group that reached out to me on Facebook, he FaceTimed me, and when he FaceTimed me, Eligio got in the frame and he was like, you
So Nature Boy, aka Eligio, he had people that would recruit. I'm wondering who the recruiters were then. Let's see. Oh, back then he had Keys with him, because Keys is the one who brought all the money. How much money was that? 504 will know. It was like 300,000. It was a lot, because this is when BBC done that little documentary. They couldn't get him to film, and they were talking about what all the money they spent, all what they spent the money on. Yes, Tori and Kendra. They went back to school. They're doing well. And Kendra is the one who's being cross-examined right now.
better come on. Come on out here. We're about to leave. And so come on. Get your ticket. And he commented on how nice my house was and how pretty I was and stuff. Was that the first time you ever communicated with him? Yes, so he gets on FaceTime with another guy. He sees you for the first time. Tells you you're pretty. Got a nice house. We're leaving. Come with us? Aha. The court. Is that a yes? The witness. Yes, Mr. Booker. Yeah. The court reporter is taking down what you're saying, for the record. And so you have to say yes or no so she can it for the record.
Answer. Uh-huh. The court, is that a yes? The witness, yes. Mr. Booker, yeah, the court reporter is.
Max is doing what I was about to do. So, of course, when you're in court and you're on the stand, you have to answer yes or no. It can't be uh-huh or mm-hmm. Yes, Shay baby. He used younger men to recruit because he's an old dusty. I love that they have to put him in his 40s now, because remember, for like 8 years, he was 38 years around the sun. And now when you look, it shows his real age. He can't lie about it no more.
Taking down what you're saying. So for the record, and so you tell anybody what I was doing. Okay, all right. And so you ultimately arrive in.
Okay. And so during that time frame did you guys leave to go? I think you said from Texas to Mexico to Belize. Did you leave within a day or so? No. It was a couple of weeks. We stayed there for a couple of weeks. Right. And during that couple of weeks were you ever alone with Mr. Bishop during that time frame? Yes. Okay. The acts that you mentioned you mentioned a sexual act in a hut where you indicated that he made you perform oral sex on him. Was that within this house in Texas, or where did that take place at? That took place in Mexico. In Mexico. Okay. And what year was that took place? 2018.
I want to show you all something real quick. I found in one of my older videos of how Nature Boy, yeah, not the wrestler. I just want to show y'all something. Then we'll get back to this. So give me just a second. This is how he really thought he was God. right, I'm pulling it up. Now, this right here tickled me. I thought, now this fool is really going to walk around like this. Oh, God. God, I need to make that bigger. What the heck? Sorry, y'all. Let me rewind that. Oh. I hate shorts. Here we go. Now play. Dang it, be still. Play. There we go. There he is. Oh, 3 God. Look at him. But this is the kind of stuff he would put online to get people to show up there thinking that they were really in paradise, when really you're just in a cult. And he would say, well, you're in a cult already. You know, your everyday life. You go to job, that's a cult. The government's a cult. I don't totally disagree with that, but this is, come on. And look how skinny they were. But yeah, I just wanted to show. Yes, it was Vicky. Him walking around in that white gown with his hands behind his back. Oh, wise one. Yes, Stormy, it was a lie. Popcorn says, I hate their cameras work. Okay, hold on. Let me get back to the other one. Here we go. And I'll only play just a few more minutes of this. I want to hear what his lawyer asked Kendra.
Q 2018. Okay. And so what time in 2018? Was that like late 2018? Summer. Do you know when? Late 2018. I believe. Q okay. And so fall. Winter of 2018? Yes. Q okay. And you also mentioned that there was a sexual act within a tent at some point as well. When did that happen? The beginning of 2018. Q okay. And so, like springtime, Q okay. And that was in Mexico as well? Yes, Q okay. All right. Now, you indicated that you were going to the sexual activity in the tent. This.
All right, I didn't highlight some of it, so let me go here. Okay, that was Mexico as well. Answer in Mexico. From my answer, yes, the court was that.
Besides the times that I talked about? Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. So he was, like, his penis is very large and he would always, like, tell me, like, that I was very small, and it always just felt, like, very painful, and I would be, I would scream, Q.
Oh my God. I did not get to this part and I did not know. Wow. I didn't know how bad it was going to get with the questioning. Kendra, I am so sorry that you're having to relive this again. I really am. At the same time, I am so proud of you for getting up there and facing him and answering these questions. But I hate that she's having to relive that time. 504. How many phases can you remember? If I miss one, add it. The Muslim phase, the Jesus phase, the Indian phase, the gender fluid phase. Yeah, remember he ordered the Indian headdress off of Amazon and he really thought he was a chief and was calling velvet chiefed us. Like, there were so many phases. He would watch a movie and he would think that he was in that movie. Like, he would try to reenact how that person acted in the movie. It was crazy. I hope he's in prison. Wife, yeah. Well, I heard he's gotten beat up. He's been jumped. That was to me too, Vicky. That one was very annoying to me for obvious reasons because he had no business wearing one. But it was off Amazon.
Thing. Okay. Let me ask you a more direct question. The other 2 times, was it insinuable that there was sexual activity? I'm not sure how to answer that question. Okay. Alright. You also indicated that. Let me make sure that I have my dates right. In Mexico fall winter of 2018 the oral sex took place, right? Yes. Okay. And you told him that you did oral sex with him. Is that correct? Yes. It anyway? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hey, Tracy. There you are. I'm going to drop the link for anybody that wants to come up. I don't know how much of this I can listen to as far as the cross examination and her having to relive that. My God, I hate this. I hate this. I like that he's finally where he's supposed to be, and I do believe that he's done. He's going to prison. I do believe he's going to prison. I'm going to speak that into existence. I'll let a little bit more of this play.
As a matter of fact, I think your testimony is that you stayed for an additional 4 more years? Yes. Okay.
Yes, yeah, Tiny. They are asking her questions like this. It's yeah.
And for that 4 year or 5 years that you were in there, did you ever report that to law enforcement at any time? No. Did you call your mother or was your mother
Tiny Dancer, you're okay, hun. Don't worry listen, some people don't even know about this case. Some people don't know about Nature Boy. I need to go back over some of my old videos and kind of, because I do have new subscribers, and kind of break it down of how this all started and what it was really like there. But you're fine. Yeah, his lawyer is fighting dirty to ask her questions like this. Yeah.
aware where you were for 4 or 5 years? Sometimes. There was sometimes where I talked to her and it was probably like a handful of times in all of those years. Okay. How many times per year do you think that you would speak to her? Maybe once. Once a year. Okay. And your mom, who I'm assuming love you as most moms do. Did she ever ask you where you were and why she couldn't get in touch with you? She did. Did you tell her something different than where you were? No. She knew where you were? Yes. Okay. Did you ever visit her during those time frames? One time.
Yeah.
When was that? When the majority.
Yeah, they weren't allowed to speak to their family members at all. Nature Boy forbid that. He would say, yeah, they can call their family anytime. Gotcha. It says device not connected 504. Oh, there you are. There you are. Yep, here. There you are.
Yes,
Let me stop sharing for a minute.
it's me.
It's me, 504. Thank
I
you
love you
for
so much, sister.
I love you too, sis. I really do. And thank you for telling me about this guy. Max versus World Media, because he has really been bringing the information to us as far as,
He has. He
yeah.
really has. Actually, Elove sent him to me, and I shared it out. But
Well,
yeah,
thank you,
he's
love.
been on it. Like he even had Uncle Black and Fundy on his panels at some point. So
Well, I saw Uncle Black. I didn't see Fundy though. I didn't know she was
yeah, I
on.
think she jumped up there one night. I don't think she was up very long, but yeah, she did jump up one night. Tiny, don't feel sorry for your comments. We have seen and heard worse over the
Mhm.
course of this 5 years that we've been
Yeah.
involved now,
Yes.
because it's coming up on 5 years for us,
Yeah. Well, it was five.
and
Wait,
it was
5 years in
and it
January.
was going on before prior to the 5 years that we've known about it.
Right.
And
So
so much has happened. It's hard to do like carbonation 101 just to try and catch people up.
it is. You're right.
The only thing that I could possibly say is go through Stinson's archives or go watch this channel called The T,
The T. Yep. The
or
T has
just
a
put
lot.
in carbonation and you will see videos forever.
No, that's not Monica. Yeah, it goes back. And then there was a bunch before us covering this. Let's see. We had Marwan, Fundi, Uncle Black. Um, God,
Crystal,
yes, Crystal Healings Fiber. I miss her. She was funny. She was my favorite. She
I
really
never
was.
saw Crystal, but I always heard about her. But
Yes,
I knew
sweet
about
mom.
Marwan. Well, I heard about Marwan, Fundy, Uncle Black, but I do know her name was back in that at that time. Um, I think Ashe's name was in it at that time.
Oh yeah, Shay Divine.
Mayat Law's name was in it.
Yep.
We came
Young
in around the
Pharaoh.
Jazzy Vic.
Vic.
That's our crew. Jazzy
That's our
Vic, Lurker, you, the squad. That's our era.
yeah, the T, Sweet Mom for Life. That's ours. Yep. But he
The
had been
T
going.
the T and them is actually after hours.
Yeah, you're right.
The T carbonation is falling, foot on neck. That's like the crew after us.
Yeah, you're right. It's
And
hard to.
now you have the ones that's reporting now, like um I want to say Max, I'm not sure exactly when he came in. Logos,
Shay, low.
Lisa, what's the lady name? Her name starts with an M.
Trying to
I can't
think.
think of her name.
Sasha for God's one.
Anna,
Yeah,
like
Anna. Three is no God. She used to be three is no God. Yeah. Hey, Medea. We were just watching Max versus.
that's the name I was talking about, Medea.
There
I
you
just
are.
said her name start with an M. I couldn't remember it.
Let me drop her link because I hear she's on it lately. Hold on. Let me
Yeah,
go to the channel. I'm gonna drop her link.
hopefully it ends with us.
I'm subscribed.
Hopefully,
Who,
and we don't
Medea?
have to have a new phase of people who get burnt out, and then the next set has to pick it up,
I know, right?
because that's exactly what it is. That first set got burnt out. We learned about it. We picked it up.
Yep.
We ended up getting burnt out. The next group picked it up.
Yep. That's how it always goes. Here's Medea's link. Y'all sub up to her because she's covering it right now. I'm uploading the transcript and Booker's. Oh, you are? Are you the one that got the transcripts that Max has? Because I'm trying to give the correct credit to that person. I don't know who got them, but shout out to them.
I'm still trying to figure out if it's gonna be shown and
Right.
who's having the watch party.
Well, you know there'll be a watch party.
Because we need a space to congregate for this watch party.
I think what I'm going to do, listen,
Even
y'all.
though I appreciate the people who, the bloggers and the people who are actually going into the courtroom, and I know y'all gonna try to get us as much specific, detailed information as possible. But those of us that came before y'all, we want to see
Please.
what happens.
Yes, for the watch party. Here's what I could do, 504. I could make a Discord just for the carbonation people, add everybody, and us have a watch party there.
All I know is if they show it, we need a place to have a watch party.
We got to have a watch party. And Discord's the best place to have a watch party. Do you have
Because we
Discord?
need to be able to talk out. We need to be able to talk our shit and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Vicky says definitely a watch party. Stormy, everybody wants a watch party. The ladies are live. Hold on. Or let me find them. Let me find them on Instagram.
We got action.
We get action. Yep, they're live. Okay. Oh my
You
God.
need me to
y'all.
drop down?
Nope. Stay up here. Hold on. I'm going to log into my Instagram account. Can you hold it down for a minute? There's E-Love too.
Yeah, let me pull up the chat so I can see what's happening. Hey, sissy.
Hey. Can y'all hear me okay?
Let me pull up the chat. So, yeah, I can hear you just fine.
All right,
Let's pull up
cool.
the
I'm
chat
gonna
so we
get
can see what's happening.
it. So I wanted to jump in and say, I think, and Medea, I can't see the chat because I'm driving right now, but I think Medea is going to actually be there at when the trial starts. So hopefully,
Yeah, it's a few people that's going.
yeah, they
And
get a
please,
press
y'all, be safe.
pass. Yes, because there's a lot of threats that's going around with these maniacs um, in regards to people coming to report on the trial. So just be safe, you know, be aware of your surroundings, man, because this is no joke.
Yeah,
Please,
we've
y'all,
been
be safe.
threatened before by Nature Boy supporters. Just
Yeah,
reporting or talking about it off here. Yes, Medea, if you go, please be safe because these people do believe he's God.
yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to
Well,
pull up Instagram because
I
they
don't know
are
Yeah,
if you
live.
because I know Max even said himself. He was like, I heard some of my ladies are getting threatened,
yeah,
and if I have to camp out in the parking lot with my piece because I can't go in, I'm gonna make sure that they're protected. But
Shout
y'all
out,
watch y'all backs.
shout out to
and
Mac.
I just wanted to ask if you guys remember there was a video that they did on live where Nature Boy went to every single member and said, if I go down, are you going down with me or something like that?
Yes,
And they was like,
yes.
yeah. And he said, if I have to go out capping, y'all go out capping with me. And they were all like, yeah, we'll give our lives for you. And I'm
And
just
look,
sitting here like, oh my God.
and the women that are still over there, let me tell you, they're going hard. I mean, it gives you Manson vibes. It really does. Hey,
Yes,
Z5,
Is
those are the
Zoka
ones
out
you
yet,
gotta
or
watch
is she
out
still
for.
locked up?
she's still
She's still
locked up.
locked up.
Yep,
hmm Yep,
got it.
she's
Trying to
still
find.
in there.
Let me turn on my light. Where is? I forgot my pet. Okay, hold on. Okay, give me just a second. I'm going to try to get logged into Instagram.
Okay.
Hey,
Jesus Christ.
G5.
Hey y'all. I can't see you in the chat, but hey,
I'm watching the chat, sissy.
thank you.
I mean, it is crazy. And I'm surprised, honestly, that Zoka is still locked up. Because
I
look
was
how fast they got Fufu out of there. Look how fast they got Aya up out of there.
Yeah, that's true.
Hopefully, her sitting in there, because they were in there, what, 2, 3 days in Hawaii? That wasn't nothing.
Right.
Hopefully, her sitting this time is giving her that reality check, wake up call that she desperately needs.
Yeah, she's actually mentally way far gone than the rest of them. But
Oh,
I don't know,
she
sis. I
is.
really, I don't know if this is gonna help. Like, honestly, she needs deep dive, deprogramming.
She does. She does
Yeah,
because she went in. When she went in, she had legitimately just turned 18.
yeah. She was a kid. She was a baby.
I think she went, what, like 4 or 5 days after she turned 18?
Yep. And I know the last time they said something about her family, her father was terminally ill, and I pray that he's still here. But to leave your family during that time is something else is not right there.
Right. Oh, I got into Instagram. I'm pulling up the live,
Woo.
y'all.
All
K-Mac, I
right.
hope she doesn't go right back.
Oh, she
Who?
will.
You think?
I
Yeah.
hope she doesn't. I'm praying she doesn't.
I pray she doesn't either, but I don't have any doubt that she will.
Because of the
I
depth
believe she will.
because of the depth of how far in she is, yes.
Yes.
But that's why I'm saying I'm praying this time she's just sitting. She kind of wake up a little bit.
I hope
I
so.
hope. I mean, all we can do is hope and pray.
What are you guys doing? Hi.
What the hell? What the hell is my computer doing? Fuck. Oh God. They don't
Whoa,
trust.
whoa.
innocent husband just behind bars without us speaking up about it, because this is not right. Somebody has to do something, and somebody has to speak up. They're trying to gag us to say, oh, don't say anything, keep your mouth closed, or you going to get. No, there's just a fear tactic to get you to be quiet, to get you to not voice your opinion about what's going on, because these things happen and they get away with this.
Yeah.
But they can't get away with these crimes. Gregory Moore and Monica Panosian.
Yeah.
And all these other prosecutors that tried to leave the case, even the judge, they are all behind it, because the video of the girl saying we made love was surfacing behind the scenes with the judges in the court.
Yeah.
So they know about this video. They're just trying to push it and get a conviction, because these are the things that they do to other people,
Behind
and they
the
actually
scenes. Behind the
get
scenes.
convicted because they don't have people to support them.
Yeah.
They don't have people to speak up on them. They don't have a platform of people to even put the truth out there, to even get the truth heard. They don't have those people, so they get these things convicted and they get a case. But they're not going to get a case with this one,
Right.
because the people see it.
No.
Yeah.
Y'all see it,
Yeah.
and you can't hide it no more.
Yeah.
They have so many people supporting us. They have so many people vouching for us. So like, why is he still in jail? Why is he still locked up?
Yeah.
Oh, because they get away with stuff like this, but they can't get away with this case.
No.
No,
That's why
they
we're bringing it out to the
Yes.
public, because we're not
Yes.
going to have this happen. It's been 2 years. And the way that this process has been going has not been fair. And we have been suffering from insufficient counsel.
From the
Our lawyers have not been doing their due diligence. I don't understand how some of the stuff that has already went on in the case has not been challenged,
objected,
or objected
appealed.
to.
They just let everything slide in court,
Oh my God.
and that's not
That-
fair.
It's not right.
No.
Because we're fighting for our freedom and for our life here. These
Exactly.
people,
You have your
they-
freedom.
They
Yeah.
getting paid behind the scenes.
That's what
Bitches is getting paid behind the scenes to lie. Bitches is coming out online saying that bitch, she lied, and if they lied, coercing her, she's coercing her. All lies. But we send the evidence to the court, and nothing is done.
Oh God.
Yeah.
See, people are really afraid.
Mm.
They're afraid of these man-made laws that are put into place. But there's something that is higher than that law.
Yes.
And those are the laws of the universe.
Right.
Karma comes back around.
Yeah.
You're not going to get away with what you're doing.
No.
A lie, you're never going to get away with a lie. Especially not towards pure blood. How you going to sit
Oh my
up
God.
here and lie on a man that has been helping you this whole time? Saying that, look, shawty, what you doing, you about to ruin your life. The mistakes you doing, the mistakes that you making, you about to ruin your life. You need to slow down. You can come chill next to me. Come sit over here. Come stay close to me. I take you with me.
I'll look after you.
trips. I'm looking after you.
Dang.
The other girl, Syrian, she came here to Atlanta.
He
He was actually sticking up for her, saying like, oh, it was people attacking her online because she was homeless. He like, y'all chill. Like, I won't want my daughter out there being homeless and stuff like that. He's actually defending you, and now all of a sudden you have the audacity to come up and lie and say that he did something against you when everybody knows that y'all always be ogling and googling him when he's teaching a fucking lesson. Y'all looking down at his pants. We already know what the issue is. The women is mad and they is jealous.
Oh
they
my
can't
God.
Be with him.
Exactly.
Pyramid.
That's pyramid.
But that's not a
Pyramid
reason
factory.
for you to go
And lie and
on
play with
him.
somebody's life. That's not.
The people who are in this with it together, the people who are faming his character, who are going along with it, joining the sides of the troll, or you guys are gonna have to answer that too. Because that's defamation of character. It's illegal.
You are being recorded.
There's
Everything that you
people
do.
online saying that it was a jury selection.
Yes,
you know that's
Lenny.
illegal to be asking about if you selected for a jury. People have the audacity to come on here, onto a live platform in front of millions of people and ruin a man's life.
He ruined his
But
own
that's
life.
not going to happen because there is a lot of people who are listening to this. We put out
Hey,
the malicious
Pollyanna.
prosecution 1, and we put out the malicious prosecution 2. We put out the language used of the detectives, how false police reports and official, so-called official documents are falsified. How is it that you have a victim, right? You don't follow proper procedures to get certain things that need to be done, like a rape kit. You don't ask the witnesses that were there that night. You don't actually do a proper investigation, and you've been holding a man for 2 years without
May I say something super quick?
Yes, ma'am. Let me shut them up.
Please, thank you.
First Amendment.
Yeah.
The right to religion.
All right, I because I have a short amount of time, so I had to drop. But first of all of what they're saying is a lie. When they were taken into custody at the Atlanta place, the Atlanta house, those police officers asked them all those questions. Were they hard? Were they hurt? And they all lied and said no.
Yep.
They lied, not the police. Number two, Fufu needs to shut her ass up. Excuse my French. Because you left a lucrative business. Her family has a lot of money. She had a very cushy life. She made that decision to go there. I girl, bye. That dang on mush mouth, the monkey in the middle. That one there. I want to punch her so hard because she did some dirty stuff back home, left that child from that dirty stuff she did.
Yep.
And ran away because she did not want to hold on to responsibilities.
Yep.
She didn't want to be accountable. So they can miss me with the BS. This is a bunch of mumbo jumbo. And guess what? Their days are number 2 because they participated in a lot of it.
Would you
willingly participated in it? So, no. And for them to even have the audacity to speak ill of Syrian, first of all, that girl is a victim, a severe victim. That young lady had to go to the doctor multiple times throughout over a year and a half because of her derriere area.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I don't want to say the word.
I know.
But yeah, he brutalized her body.
Yes, he did.
And I'm proud of her for stepping up and saying what needs to be said. He is a monster. He is demonic. And he deserves to be there, if not underneath the prison.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
This old victim mentality that they have.
Girl,
I can't.
We need our freedom. Heifer, you can leave.
That's
Y'all
what I
actually
said.
free now.
They're free.
Stupid.
They can walk away. What? I don't even know where they're at. I don't know where
they don't even know where they're at.
But that's very true. But they have their freedom. They have their freedom. They can walk away.
I would love to talk more about this. If you ever go live, or maybe I'll go live later on today on Instagram. I don't know. We'll see. But I have to drop because I'm visiting my pops today.
Tell Pops I said hey.
I shall. Y'all have a blessed day. I am not in the house yet, baby, but I'll let them know. But as soon as I get a chance, I'll be listening, but I'm just going to drop down. And as soon as I get a chance to pop in and say anything, I will. All right?
Okay, I love you, sis.
I love you guys more.
Love you, sissy.
Bye-bye. Love you too. Bye-bye.
I promise you, Velvet and Malia make me so embarrassed to say that they from New Orleans. I promise you.
I know what you mean.
That's like what part of the city did y'all grow up in? Because child.
I know what you mean though, when people are on the internet representing your area and they're like the worst. It's like, oh God, I promise y'all, not everybody from Tennessee is like this. But they're sitting up there, 504. They are still acting like Nature Boy is some type of victim. I look at this stage in the game. What's he been
Like
in
I
there?
put in the chat, did Malia forget she's on that witness list?
Exactly.
She
Yes,
must keep forgetting she's on that witness list.
So
And
what
it
is
don't
she?
matter how much she sit up there and say, I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth. They have the video evidence. You can plead the fifth till the cows come home.
You think that's what she'll do? Is plead the fifth?
Yes,
Yeah, I do
yes,
too. Especially with Nature Boy sitting right there.
yeah. Which is why I know that people have a right to face their accusers. But in this case, I really think witnesses need to be in a separate room
I do too.
on a
Yep.
Zoom
Yep. Like Kendra, she had to.
because I heard that they were saying that the eye contact that he was giving witnesses was intimidation,
Yep. I could so see
and I don't
that.
think that it's fair that they have to be in under intimidation tactics.
I don't think they should have to either. I think it should be, like you said, in another room or via Zoom. He shouldn't be able to even look at them because he's going to try his old tactics on them
Yep,
through his eyes.
exactly.
Now, I believe
Because we
Kendra
don't
is
know
strong.
exactly what triggers he instilled in them. It could be something as slight as a hand movement. It
You're
can
right.
be a blink. It can be the way that he shifts in his chair. It can be anything.
I didn't even think about that. The triggers that he has instilled in them over the years. Yeah, and his stares can legit scare you. Stormy. Yeah, he is good at it. He has really see people used to laugh at us though and say that we were doing too much when I called him a cult leader. A lot of people were. They were like, "Oh my God, this is just some nut living off the grid." And he was never living off the grid anyway. He was a cult leader and he is still leading, just like Warren Jeffs, man, still
I think
leading.
I think like in the very beginning, like the melanation days from the videos that I've seen,
Mhm.
that was more off grid than when we came into play.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
Because when
Yep.
we came into play, it was houses in the jungle with running water and electricity
Yep. And
and
they had
cell phones
Wi-Fi.
and swimming pools and
Yep. The
motorcycles and
walkie-talkie. The walk.
minivans and yeah,
Remember the walk. Oh, thank you, Metal Clips. 299 super sticker. Thank you. Yes, that is a demon. Vicky says Nature Boy has mastered how to trigger. That's why everyone isn't gone. Exactly. And there's still people that you're not seeing that's supporting him. So, like Medea was in here earlier. If she goes down there, I really want her to be careful because there's still a lot of people that think that he's God, that he's innocent.
exactly. It's the ones we don't see in the forefront.
Yep.
See, we used to get those threats, but it never got to this point where now there's an actual arrest and a trial
God,
that's
I know.
happening that people can physically show up to.
That's
And
so
you don't know, like I said, you don't know who is the cult members we don't see.
exactly. And thank you,
You
Irv.
legitimately can be sitting in the courtroom on a bench next to one of them, taking notes, and they're like, "Mm-hmm, It's one of them reporters. I'm gonna catch this one on the way out.
Yep. They believe so much in who he is that they're thinking this is for the greater good. I mean, people paying attention to the news, people do this for other people all the time. They have a lot of silent supporters. They sure do, Vicky.
Stormy in Palenque, he told him that he was shooting a documentary, like he was a star.
Yeah, God. And he couldn't even.
That's why they didn't pay any attention to what was going on. It was, oh yes, Mr. Bishop, he's a good man.
Nicaragua, remember Nicaragua? They kept him in jail, what was it, 3 weeks? But they couldn't find anything to really charge him with. That one still confuses me. What about you, 504?
I don't think that it was actually they couldn't find anything to charge him with per se. I think it was more or less of this is not our problem.
Yeah.
I think that's more what it was. Like this is this is not our problem. We see now that he's been kicked out of all these different places for similar reasons. Let's just make it where he has to go back home to the States and then they can deal with it.
They can deal with it. You're right, Stormy. Hawaii wasn't hearing it. They had already dealt with the Love Is One cult, and they got them out of there too. And then here,
you saw how fast they got Ronnie out of there too.
Yeah. So Hawaii was not playing. Here they come touching turtles during COVID. And just, yeah, they came in. He's telling the
but you got to think about it like this too, Stinson. Going to Hawaii was a stupid move from jump when Velvet's stepmama is Samoan.
She's Samoan. Yeah.
You really didn't think Tina had already called and said, look, they on their way, or look, they're there? Eyes was already on them from jump.
Remember when he was on the phone or on the live with that really weird guy? I think that guy was a racist, actually. And then 15 minutes later, here comes the police. It was like it was a setup. You remember that? 504.
Yeah.
Okay. She said, yeah.
I was trying to catch up with the chat. I just see like back here, I just see like 42 comments.
Right. But yeah, I'll never forget that. Hawaii, they didn't want to put up with this crap either. They got him up out of there. He was a victim again when that happened. He's been to jail almost everywhere he's went because he goes in there wherever he goes and he thinks he can do whatever he wants. When he went to Hawaii, he was telling those people that he was God. That didn't go well. You think he was a cop? A lot of people said that, Storm.
No, don't you remember when he went there, he was saying that did this and that was his land? So he could do what he wanted to do? Yes. Those Hawaiians was like, excuse me?
Yeah, I know it's America still, but Hawaii is different. And he came up in there.
Very
yeah. Yes, she is adorable. I love 504. He disrespected their culture, touching those turtles. Boy. And that's one of the first things that they did. Land back. That's right, Middle Clips. # land back. And him coming up in there, hollering all that stuff, they were not here for it. But his trial.
That's another way how he didn't pull that much attention to himself when they first got there.
Yep. I hate the word narcissist, but I believe that is one that it actually does apply to. Nature Boy is a narc.
Definitely. Definitely.
They said that, and this is how they typed it too, 504. Poppy's trial date, 3 is free, is 10 days, 11 hours, and 12 minutes away. Then they said, Chief says even if the system plays dirty and sends him to prison, we're just going to appeal it, and eventually he will be released. He just really wants to move forward because that county jail is cruel and unusual. He is ready for change. Now, I heard that he's been beat up in that jail. He's been jumped. Yep, they're
He's
still
been
alive.
jumped. He's been stabbed. I honestly think, like, when he first got in there, remember when he came on camera with
Yep,
the other guys all around him and, salute to the wives and all of this stuff? I think
yep.
that was when he first got in there. They were hype. He came in on that level of he was the cool uncle.
Yeah. Oh,
You know
and
that cool uncle that is like, and the other guys and they're like, man, my old lady out there, whatever, whatever. He like, oh, I got 4 or 5 of them. I can show them to you.
yeah, and he did.
But then they caught on like, what he on?
And then he was
What
doing
is
the
he talking
Muslim.
about?
He was trying to portray himself
Who
as a
he
Muslim.
trying to
You know,
come in here and rule and run and make his servants? Like, what?
you don't do that in jail. You did that out in the
Because I'm
free
sure
world.
he went in there with that mentality of he was gonna get him a few slaves while he was in there.
That's what he
Like he
thought.
had the men out here in the free world.
Yeah, it wasn't the same. You're in a different place, nature boy. Stupid, dummy. That didn't work for him. That backfired. You're not running nothing in jail, nature boy. You're being ran.
At all. And I also think that they ended up putting him back in not in GP, general population, because
They
they may have started to see some sort of influence he was having on other prisoners, like, oh no, you're not about to start that cult stuff up in here.
Well, he was trying to start it. So you're probably right. So they took him out of GP because he had started his own. Well, he was trying to start his own cult in jail.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like,
they
no,
don't
you're
like
not about to have that going on in here.
not going to work. But we will have a watch party, 504. I'm going to go ahead and set up a Discord just for us carbonation people that have been watching it. I'll send out the invites. Do you have Discord?
No, but I will definitely get it if they show it and we having a watch party.
We'll have that's the best place to have the watch parties.
Either that or a dummy channel with a private stream yard that we only send out to who we want to be there.
Yep. We've done that before.
We will find ways around it.
We always do.
If they show it, we will find a way around it. They don't know we'll be over there on Twitch. They really got us confused.
You know what? I bet you Charlie will find it. Charlie will stream it.
I don't do Bigo. And the one thing is we need to be able to pay attention.
Yes, Eliza.
And people like Charlie who really does not know. Mm-mm.
And he don't know when to just hush. Yes, Stormy, we're going to get this together. And Eliza, they're going to love the soundboards because I can't stand Bigo either. The apps I like are YouTube, Discord, and Instagram, but you can't do watch parties on IG. Yes, Reese. I'm going to get 504 in Discord. It's going to be my mission. She's going to love it.
I've been hearing about Discord for a couple of years now. I just never went over.
Well, I've been in one for 2 years now, and I like it a whole lot more than I do Instagram. It was a gamer's app. That's why it can be so complicated at first. Look, I got lost in rooms. They had to send out flares to find me. Okay. Yes, she'll have a blast. Okay, G5, listen, y'all. I'm going to create a Discord for us. So when this happens, we're going to watch it.
K-Mac, swipe right.
Yes,
I want to say it's going to be your best friend on Bigo.
because on Bigo, all that shit flying across the screen, it about give you a seizure. So swipe right.
Tracy, you still in there? Isn't it swipe right to get the stuff off the screen?
It is. I remember. But Tracy will come in
Yeah,
here.
swipe right is your best friend. You lose the chat, but you won't be seeing all the stuff flying everywhere.
Right. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. I got the app off my phone.
So people can showboat on what they're getting.
Yeah, remember Nature Boy when he went over there? He kept saying, what did he say? Put me on a box. I need 4 boxes or something. What the
Girl,
hell?
look, I never understood Bigo.
I didn't either.
And remember, he went to Bigo because it got too hot for him on Instagram.
Yes, they kept shutting him down.
Because remember, that's where he was trying to show all the pornographic stuff.
Yeah, and having
all the sexual stuff, not really pornographic, but
and I didn't know
him rolling them around on the floor doing stripper moves, and
remember when he stepped
he was trying to do all that on IG, and when IG started shutting him down is when he went to Bigo.
Remember when he stepped on Malia's neck?
Exactly. That was on Instagram. That's why I'm saying she can sit up there and plead the fifth till the cows come home. There's video evidence of everything he did to her. There's that video evidence of them constantly saying, oh, we can leave whenever we want to. But him telling the women, go get her.
Yep.
And bring her back.
He would have them smack each other. It's like
there's the video evidence of Tori when she tried to leave and they were surrounding her and the baby in the car.
That's when Tron was trying to get her to come back in?
No, he was. I don't know. I think he was gone then. Was he? I don't remember. But there was 2 separate instances with Tori. One when she was trying to go get her bag and Tron was stopping her on the stairs and trying to bring her back.
Yeah, that's the one.
And then there was the one when they were in Mexico and she was trying to leave and she was trying to get Dale and Musa.
Yes.
Nubian, however many names he had. When she was trying to leave and they were surrounding the car and they wouldn't let, he was talking about, you trying to take my baby.
Like he cared. When,
he wouldn't go get the keys. He wouldn't let her in the car. Everybody was surrounding the car. They were filming her. They were recording.
Yep.
Oh, but you can come and go as you please.
That's not true, though. Yes, Tiny Dancer. He did make them smack each other. And I'm telling y'all,
Tiny Dancer on command.
Yes. And
literally on command. He would have them on their knees in front of him. And at any given moment, if somebody broke the formation of on your knees, up, stand up, on your knees, stand up, smack her.
Mm-hmm. It was hard to watch sometimes. It really was. I remember having to just put the phone down and I can't do this. I couldn't even give commentary because there was nothing funny about it. I mean, there were times that some things happened that were
That's when this new set picked up. The logos and all of them. That's
yeah.
when they picked up because by the time they got to Atlanta, we was on burnout.
I was so burnt out.
We was definitely on burnout by the time he made it to Atlanta.
Grand. That's another one. We were trying to think
Yes.
of Grand. I loved her.
Oh my God. The boy name just slipped my mind. Poydras.
Yes, Poydras. Yeah, he's part of the squad.
Kiss.
Yep. Remember, Leviticus used to call her Kiss the Evil?
Yes.
It was Kiss the Veil.
She pops up every so often. Is like, okay, catch me up real quick. And then she gone again.
She believes that she got him put in jail.
I mean, we know she's always thought that.
Oh,
She over
yeah.
there on the TikTok.
And then she thought she was going to have us put in jail. Y'all going to jail. Y'all going to jail. For what?
Y'all part of
got
the
me fired
Ponzi scheme. Y'all getting paid off of carbonation. Y'all going to jail.
Yep. Y'all got
Not
me fired from my
JAIL,
job.
not JALE, jail. She pronouncing it like GEL, like hair gel.
Yes. Jail.
Yeah,
Not
and we used to
jail.
say we going to jail, y'all. We going to jail.
Yeah, so if you ever see us spelling it like this, we know how to spell jail. We're just trolling.
Exactly.
Yes, Vicky. Calling the feds. Lord help. And we had some good times through those years. Man, it's
We
been 5
did.
years.
It went from us and just trolling to being on a mission while still technically trolling.
Right?
Because
Trolls
we were
with
on a
a
mission,
mission.
but still technically trolling.
We were trolls with a mission.
Wait, you remember Tracy was the only by nature person that he let stay in the room with the trolls?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
we forgot about the by nature. We forgot about the by nature phase. We
Oh, the
forgot
by
about the by Christ phase.
Avatar. When he
Yeah,
watched
they were
that movie.
avatars at one point.
Mm-hmm. And then it became blah 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 God. Something like that. The by nature phases
The
was
by
when
nature was our era. That was our
that was
era.
ours. That was
That
the
was
shut
us.
the
We were the
room
by
down.
nature.
Yeah, shut the room down. Put some hearts in the room. Ah, but I'm so proud of the
The
ones.
get off the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Tron, get off the Wi-Fi. The rooster. Remember the rooster trying to
Oh
out-talk
my
them?
God, that rooster.
The rooster had its own account. It was rooster by something rooster by nature. I'll never forget that one.
The rooster, the parrot. Remember the parrot?
Mm-hmm.
We had a parrot by nature.
Oh God, we had some good times.
And if you look at Tracy, Tracy's name is still Tracy by nature.
She'll never change it. She will always be Tracy by nature with Arana's forehead. Oh God. I miss this sector. God, we had some
I
good
can't lie. Once the cousins moved over to the nature boy, man, we had fun.
Well, we got sick of Arana now. And I couldn't that Diana Ricky got too dark.
Oh well, you know Ronnie's still around.
Mm-hmm.
You know she's still on her crap. And her obsession has shifted. She's no longer obsessed with 50. Now she's obsessed with Drake.
Oh, well, I guess she
Yes.
saw yeah.
Everything now is Drake. You need to call him and let him know that Drake. Why are you sending these people to check my mail?
Oh my God. Remember
Drake,
when she,
why do you have my roommates watching my every move?
God, poor old Ronna. Remember when she thought that, well, no, she went to wherever 50 Cent was, and I'll never forget her screaming for him, 50, 50, like he was going to come rescue her.
At that birthday party.
It was a birthday. Yeah, that's what it was. Now,
At that birthday party, and when remember he glanced up and he saw her in like less than 2 minutes. They were
yeah,
escorting her out.
he would block people. If you mentioned Arana's name in his chat when he would go live, he would block.
Ooh, we were getting blocked left and right over there. Oh, we was getting blocked like crazy.
Oh, you couldn't mention. I remember we used to have what, 15 troll accounts on hand or more?
Man, listen, between Ronnie and Bishop, if you didn't have at least 10 troll accounts, you weren't ready.
You weren't ready. You had to have so many because you were going to get blocked. It was just a matter of time.
And it was crazy. Like I said, that Tracy was the only by nature person that he let stay. Tracy used to talk the most crap in the room.
She would get by with talking the most crap and he wouldn't block her. Fifth is the biggest troll, but he won't mention her. He won't Stormy. He will
Wait,
not.
remember we were trying to get Ronnie to go to Carbonation?
Oh my God. I just could not get that out of my head. Like if she went there, her and Nature Boy would have.
We were like, you need to go get her. She already living in the tent. She already on the beach. She already only eating one meal a day. She's in the astrology. Mind y'all, this was before it started getting as bad as it got. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This was way before it ended up getting as bad as it got.
Right. Yeah. Because back then, you know, it was kind of funny and then it got dark. Well, I'm going to have to get off here, 504, because the little one's going to get off the bus soon. But
okay, I'm going to go ahead and drop. Thank you for having me up.
I love you.
I'm going to catch up on the comments right quick.
Okay, hon. Fifth, let's see. No, I don't know how that would have went. If she would have went, Nature Boy would have ended up. Oh my God. She probably would have beat up Nature Boy. I wouldn't block Tracy either. No. But yeah, y'all, I'm going to keep up with the trial. I am not that well versed in all the true crime stuff, but there are people in the sector that is, and shout out to them. Max versus World Media, Marwan, Mind Over Matter, Fundy Fee. Let's see, I think Medea. I keep calling her Medea. Medea, I think she's going down there. So shout out to the people that's really putting in the work, because this trial, it's in 10 days. And thank you, K-Mac. You've always been here. I never really knew if this day would come. You know, I wanted it to because of how evil he was and the way he was destroying lives. But I was really getting to a point to where I thought nothing was ever going to happen. He's going to continue to get by with this forever. So, and then one day, dang. Before I go, let me show y'all a picture of his face the day he was arrested. This is a man who calls himself God. Let me pull it up real quick. But here was his face. that you can see the fear. Why is my internet running so slow today? Like, I pay for good internet. I'm seriously about to call them and get all Karen-y on them. Forget it. Forget the picture. But anyway, I'll have it in my next one. Thank you, Eliza, for putting her link in there, K-Mac. I honestly thought if this day ever came, it would. Me too. Me too, K-Mac. I thought it was going to. I figured he was just going to go on for another 10, 20 years. Me too, Vicky. Hey, Lady Spitfire. Hey, Lady Spitfire, I did a whole video the other night of 1,000-Pound Sisters. Went to upload it, and the clips that I had in there did not come up. So I'm going to do a recap on the last 2 episodes where Amy snaps on Amanda. Like, that was stupid. And the last episode, which was sad. That was actually a sad. And I gotta say, I am so proud of Tammy. Tammy has really done some self-work. Yeah, he did, Will. He died. And I'm a little confused on that whole thing because I thought that Tammy and him had divorced before he passed away. But I guess I was wrong. I don't know. Same 504. I'm glad. And I'm proud of the women that stepped up and said, enough. You don't get by with this anymore, Nature Boy. You're not a god. You're a demon. Matter of fact, you have legions. Thank you, Earth. Oh, yes, Tiny Dancer. I love when new people come in. Although you're not new to me, we know each other. I love when new people come in and yeah, Amy divorced, but I thought that Tammy and Caleb divorced before he passed away, but I could be wrong. Anyway, y'all, I'm out. Y'all have a beautiful and blessed day. And the jerks will be live in about 3 hours. So I'm going to get ready for that live. And I'll probably be back this weekend. Peace.